Hey, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ross and today we are going to look at this build behind me. So last time we did something great, which is a nice bridge over there, as you can see, with the replica that we made last time. Over there we have some other houses, and today we are going to look at this magnificent little house. Or actually little, it's not really that little, but we are going to look at this mansion that I have created. And for the people that actually follow my channel a little bit, you will recognize this building style. So a while ago I made this build, which is a build from an anime called Violet Evergarden, and honestly this is one of my most favorite build that I have ever created. I'm so incredibly proud of this. I have never found another build of this same build in Minecraft that ever got closer than that I could come with my design. So I'm incredibly proud of what I actually made over here. But yeah, so if you guys follow me, you will have noticed that this build is also out there on my channel. A lot of people actually ask me to make a tutorial about this or give a will download. But because this build is pretty big and actually really detailed, it's really hard to make a tutorial out of this build. So I thought, you know what, let's use this build as inspiration and make something else that is a bit smaller and easier to do a tutorial about. And that's exactly what we are going to do. By the way, if you haven't seen this build yet, it's on my channel, so you can look it up. On the top right corner of your screen you will see a little pop-up. You can click on there as well if you want to see this build. But yeah, it's a really cool build, and I use this as inspiration for the build that we are going to build today, which is this beautiful, beautiful mansion. So this mansion is a little mix-up of that build that I just showed you, of Violet Evergarden, and also some pictures I found on the internet. And it seemed to be not Victorian style, but this is more English style. Weirdly enough, French or English style, especially because of those little chimneys you see. So yeah, today we are going to make this amazing build that I've been working on. It looks really big. It is pretty small actually. It's not that big as you think. So let's not waste any more time and let's just crack on with the tutorial. So for this tutorial we need a big base plate. As you can see, we need a little base plate higher than the ground below, which is just 2 blocks up. So nothing really that special. If you have a nice big area, flat area of grass, and it's a little higher, then that's perfect. For this build we need all the prismarine blocks, like the block, the slab and the stair. We need the bricks and the andesite, granite I mean, the polished granite. And we need all the smooth quartz blocks, so the block, the slab and the stair as well. We need some dark oak slabs or blocks because of the door. Then we also need some stone bricks for the stair downwards, and also on the roof we need a little bit of the bricks or the brick slab, stone brick slab. Then we also have the polished deep slate walls. We also have the chain, and we also have, of course, the direct walls, and of course the gray stained glass, or at least some glass. We also need black stained glass, but most of it is gray stained glass. So that's all the building blocks of materials you need for this building, at least most of them. So now you have an idea of what we are going to work with. So we are going to start with the smooth quartz blocks, and we need a nice base plate for this house. And what we're going to do is, if you have your nice big open area, you go to the side, so the side of the wall, then you count 1, 2 and 3, and on the third block here we will start with our base of the building. We are going as much to the left as possible because we also have an extension we have to worry about. So let's start somewhere over here or something, just to give ourselves a little bit more room, maybe a little bit of here. So now we have the first block. We are going to count 27 blocks from this block that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 26 and 27. There you go. So that will be the width of our house, and then we also need the length. So now we have 27 blocks in that direction. We also need the length of the house, which is 33 blocks long. So we are going to make a corner, and this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on till 33. So at the end you will have something like this, and you can already imagine we are going that way, 27 blocks, and then we connect it, so it will be one big rectangle. So looking from above you will have something like this. Then we are going to the corners, and simply we are going to use 2 blocks, one on each side, and we are going to do that on every corner. So over here 2 blocks, also over here, and also over here. So for the circular extension that is on this side, we have to count something out, and we do that from this corner over here. So from this corner, this block over here, we are going to count, we're going to leave this block, then 1, 2, 3, and we leave this block, and then over here we will start with the circular shape. Damn, that's a hard word to say. So from above you will have something like this. So these bricks are just a placeholder. These will be the windows later down the line. So between this one and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks. We are also doing that on the other side, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then a block over here. Looking good. Now to make the circular shape, we are going to count from this block 1, 2 and 3. Then we go inwards by 1, 1, 2. Then we are going inwards again, only with 1 block. Then another of 1 block. Then 2 on the side. And then 1, 2 and 3. Now if we do that on this side, we should connect over there. So 1, 2 and 3. Then 1, 2. Then 1, 1 and 1 and 2. As you can see, we connect perfectly. So now you can actually delete these blocks in the middle because we don't need them. And now we have a nice base layer or base plate of the actual building. So from this point forward we are going to lay out where the windows will come and where the door will be. And how we are going to do this is actually pretty simple. We are going to use the polished granite or granite or whatever you want to call it. And we are going to put a layer on top of the actual white smooth quartz block. And we are going to do this the whole way all around. Really simple. Except for this circular shape over here. So we will stop over here. And then we do the same thing over here. We make the corner also on these 2. And then all around till you meet over there again. Looking good. Now we are going to figure out where the windows will be. So the first thing what we are going to do is we are going to use the direct wall, and we are going to count from this corner over here. So we are on this side of the building, and over here from this corner we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we put a granite or a direct wall over here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. From this granite wall, we will place another one as well. So now you have 5 between here and 5 between these two. And we are also going to do this on the other side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then over here. Then we are going to use the granite wall, and the granite wall will be on these walls as well. Really simple. Then we are going to use the polished granite, and we are going to do an extension on this side of the granite wall or the diorite wall and over here. And then you will have a space of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks between these two pillars. So we are going to make it a little bit higher with the polished granite, and we place 2 more blocks over here. So this is the place where the door will be. Now we are going over to this side. So on this side of the building we will go to this corner, and then we will count as well 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we place a diorite wall over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 in between. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then over here we will place a smooth quartz block. So not a wall, a diorite wall, but a block of quartz. Now I already know that we are in the middle over here. So that should mean that here should be another smooth quartz blocks. So we have one space in between. And this should be correctly, because then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 from that corner over here should mean that also between this diorite wall and this block should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And I did it correctly. So 5 between these two, 5 between these two will be blocks, then 5, and then again 5 blocks between this wall. Also, this pillar will be higher, and this time we are going to use the granite wall instead of the diorite wall over here as well. And on this block we will just use the polished granite. So that will look like this from above. Now we have that side left. So this is the same principle actually. We are going to one of these corners. I choose to start from here. Then we are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we place a diorite wall next to that. So in between is 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. But instead of using a diorite wall, we are going to use a smooth quartz block. Now we are going to do that on the other side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And a smooth quartz block. So 5 in between these two. And then you have a space over here. Now in this space, what we are going to do is this. We are going to break down these 3 middle blocks, as you can see. So we will have 2 left over here and 2 left on this side. And these 3 will be gone, because here will be a big window. Now on top of these smooth quartz blocks, we are going to put some granite, polished granite blocks, and also of course the granite walls on the diorite walls. So now you can see a nice layout of the building. You can see where the windows will be, you'll see where the door will be and where the big window will be. And what we are now going to do is making it a little bit easier to make, especially in survival. If you make this build in survival, what we are going to do is we are going to pick up the bricks, and then we are going to make all these walls, so all these polished granite blocks you see, and as well as the pillars, so with the bricks, we are going to level it up to 4, or 4 extra blocks of bricks. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we are going to do this with every single polished granite block. So we will make a big giant wall around, of course not on these blocks over here because of the extension, but over here as well. We are going to make a big wall of 4 blocks higher with bricks, only bricks. And if you come to these kind of pillars, just use the brick walls instead. So also 4 up, to give you a good example. So I want to have this completely surrounded all on these polished granite blocks, and also these 2 count as well. Nice, so we made a giant wall. It looks a little bit like a prison, but that's because we don't have any windows yet and it's not even 2 stories tall. So we are not there yet at all, but we are going to the next step, which is, I think, the windows. So the windows are actually pretty easy because they are all the same. We are going to start over here in one of these like little pockets that we created. And we are starting off with these granite blocks over here. We also need them, polished granite. We are first going to break down 1, 2 and 3 blocks like this. Then we are going to place down a smooth quartz stair upside down on this wall. First we are going to put polished granite over here on both sides, like that. Then a nice slab over here and also a slab over there, a smooth quartz slab. Then on top of here we are only using this stair, just normal stair over here. Then look from this side and place a stair as well. Then you get a little corner. Do that on this side as well. And there you go. Now only we need the diorite walls on both sides. And you got your little window. Of course we also need glass. So what I did was use gray stained paint, glass paints on top and bottom. And then in the middle I used the black stained glass paint. Just to give it a little bit of that grid pattern. And also I used some chain in the middle over here, just to give it a little bit of extra detail. Looks pretty good. And that's basically the window. That's actually the windows on this whole build, except from this big window over there. It's actually pretty simple and it's all the same. So this window over here will also be placed over here. Of course in the middle, so 1, 2 and 3. And then of course this will be polished granite. Oh, not this one, the top one. Don't do that, also not over here, only on the sides, like this. Over here will be a door, so leave this behind. Of course here will be a window, here will be one. Also on this side will be a window, over here as well, over here as well, here, also over here, and 1, 2 and 3. Of course the big window, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, nicely in the middle of this section of course. And also on this side. And what you're going to do is, actually you should see this as a pocket as well, and as if here is a wall. So this is the middle in that case, 1, 2 and 3. Of course those blocks won't be there, just to give you an idea. So 2 blocks from this corner, 1, 2, and then this will be the part where the window will be. Same counts for this one, so 1, 2 and then like that. So in all these little gaps that I created over here, you should make a window like this. So actually pretty easy. Do this same design over and over again in every single little place that I just carved out for you. So if you did that right, the build will look something like this. So you will have a lot of windows all around and also over here, and it will look a little bit like this. So if you did it correctly, this will be the outcome. So for this next step we are going to make a nice decorated line that separates the 2 halves of the building, or the 2 layers of the building. And for that we need the smooth quartz stair and also the full block. The full block will be used over here in every corner over here. Also one will be over here at the wall. So you have this like pillars, and one of full block will be over here. That same goes for over here. Also for this one. Same counts for this one. One over here and one over there. So it looks a little bit weird, but don't worry. In a second it will look a little bit better. Also on these 2 over here. Then up here in this corner again, at the walls, and this corner as well, over here as well, here and also over here. So that looks a little bit weird, I know, but we are going to use the smooth quartz stair. And what we are going to do is we're going to place them upside down. So this one will be placed this way and the other one will be placed this way. And that way you have like a little bit of a corner. And then between those fill blocks that we just placed, we are going to put the stairs, the upside down stairs all the way around. So all between these blocks will be stairs. Now I do it also over here, but actually this will be completely removed. So actually I don't have to do this. Also this wall shouldn't have been here as well. So you can actually break this completely down to the ground till here, and that looks a lot better. Also we can delete this smooth quartz blocks in the corner as well, to make the entrance a little bit more better or nicer to look at. And also these fill blocks over here are not needed. Sorry, that was my mistake. So only a fill block over here at the pillar, and then over here we will leave it like this. So for the rest, only between all these fill blocks we will place some stairs upside down, of course. And if you then get to one of these corners, one like this and one like that, to make a nice corner, and you get it between these two smooth quartz fill blocks, we are going to place the upside down stairs again. Also between these two upside down stair, one over here and one over there as well. So it looks a bit weird, I know, but this is just a decorated line. So when you encounter the window that will be over here, we are going to place a smooth quartz stair upside down over here, and then we leave this place. We will do this later down the line. First we will make the full build, and then we are going to make the big window and also the doorway. So that's why we leave it for now. So just skip this, and then from this block forward you will place in the stairs upside down. We stop over here, because of course here will be the extension, so there is no need to completely go to the other side, because this of course has to be open. Same goes for this side. We stop over there. So if you did it right, this will be the outcome. So you can already guess it, the next stage and the next level of the building will be exactly the same as the one below. So this line, this white line, is basically the white line over here. So as you can imagine, we are going to use the polished granite, and we are going to place full granite blocks over here, also on here, and just completely on all the white stairs and blocks that we just placed. So that looks great. So the next step will be a little bit of these pillars. We're going to extend them as well, and we are going to do that in the same order. So for every white block we use diorite wall, so diorite wall over here, and then a granite wall over here. Same goes for this one, diorite and granite. You get the idea, and we will do this for all these pillars. So when you have done that, we are going to take the bricks out, and we are going to extend them by one layer of bricks over here. So where the door will be, these like sides, we will make it one block higher with bricks, and then we use the polished granite and we place a row of them on top of there. And to actually make it very easy for ourselves, we are just going to copy and paste this part up here. So last time we did 4 blocks high with the bricks, and that's exactly the same thing what we're going to do now. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And you already guessed it, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we will have the window over here. So the window will be like this, 1, 2 and 3 of the smooth, the polished granite, and then bricks on top like this. And here will be a window. So again, 1, 2, 3 and 4 high with bricks, and we are basically just going to brick it all up to 4 blocks taller like this. Also on here, on these 2 granite blocks, just make it a little higher, 4 blocks extra with the bricks. And where we had the windows down here, we will also make them up here. And that's just actually pretty simple, isn't it? So also for these pillars, or I call them pillars, just let's call them pillars, I guess, even though they are called walls. We are going to use the brick wall and we are going to extend it all the way to the top. Also over here, like that. Then we also use the polished granite and we are going to make a little bit of a nice border for the window. And you can already see it, this window frame will also be up here. So if you forgot how to make it, I will show you it one more time. On top we will do a stair corner, also one on this side, oh, not upside down, like this. On the bottom here we will have an upside down stair, a slab over here, slab on both sides of that stair, and then we will connect it with diorite walls and a gray stained pane glass or glass pane on top and the bottom, and also a black stained glass pane in the middle, and some chain to connect it. That's the whole window frame. So we are going to do that over here and also over here. It's just basically all this again, but just on top. That's all. So I don't have to really show you how to make this. I think you can figure it out yourself. It's just basically this part, which we just completely copy and paste it on top of here. So if you just keep this up, like what I showed over here on all these sides where we have these windows, then I think you should be fine. So for the next step we are going to make a line above these brick blocks, and we are going to do that with smooth quartz slabs and these stairs. So where we are going to start is here at the front of the house. We get our slab and we place one on top of this pillar over here. This probably will be changed a little bit because we are going to change the line that we are going to make a little bit up here on these two pillars, but that will be done later. And what we are going to do is use those slabs and make a line all the way around. Follow me, because over here, as soon as you get to one of these pillars, you place a actual stairs instead of a slab. Then you go forward, and then on these corners over here, on this corner you will place a stair, also on this one, and you can imagine we are going to connect that with some slabs. We make the corner and we go all the way till we meet up to the next pillar, stair, more slabs. Then you get over here on this side, 2 stairs over here, slab in the middle. Then we continue with the slabs till we meet over here with this pillar, just the same as that side. Then slabs again, and yeah, you can already guess it, 2 stairs over here. Then we grab the smooth quartz slabs again, and well, you can kinda get it. On every pillar and on every corner we use these stairs, and then for the rest we use just slabs till we meet over here. And just like the other way on the other side, we are going to leave this a little bit because later down the line this will be changed. Okay, so we are going to the other side, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did over there and over there, but then on that side. So when you get on this side with the dome shape, over here where you have this line where it starts, there we will place a stair. It's the same thing on the other side as well, as you can see, it's at the same height. And then we use some slabs, and then just like we did over there, we are going to do that over here. But you don't really have any like pillar or anything to look at, so you have to count a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then a stair, 1 in the middle, stair again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And as you can see, we connect right above this line over here, which is perfect because there we will place a stair. and then some slabs, and then again on the corner some stairs, slabs on the pillar and stair, and then some slabs till you meet over here on this pillar. We're gonna leave that for now like this. Over here that will be a little bit changed, but that we will do a little bit later down the line. Next thing, we are going to work on this circular shape and this whole part, this whole glass part with that little roof. We are going to work on that. So first what we are going to do is we go to this window, the top window, and we take the lowest block of glass, which is this one. Then we use slabs, and those slabs will be on the top of the block. So this is a full block, as you can see. And we use the slab on the top side, or the top side of the block, and not the one beneath. So this one over here. What we are going to do is we are just making the exact same pattern, but then up here. So that's 3, 2, and 1 diagonal, another diagonal, then 2, and then 1 out and 3, and there you go. So now we use the slabs and we made the same kind of circle shape. What we are going to do is also down here, we are going to change these into slabs instead of full blocks. Makes it a little bit easier. Then the next part is actually pretty important, so pay close attention because this is pretty hard. So, well, it's not hard, but just try to follow it. We are going to start over here on the left side on this row, and what we're going to do is add another slab on top so that you get a full block here on the side of the wall, all the way against the wall. Then we skip 1 and we do the same thing over here. Then we skip 2 and we place another slab on this one. Then we go to the middle, which is this one. So in the front, all the way in the middle, we place one over here. And we place one over here. So we skip 2 blocks, full block, we skip 1, full block, skip 2, full block, skip 1, and then full block. And as you can imagine, we are going to do this on the other side as well. So over here, we skip 1, then we skip 2, and there you go. Not that hard, but then you have the right shape. And also, because we have slabs on top of here, we have to do the exact same thing that we did over here, but then on the underside over here. So 1 over here, 2, and then over here 1, we skip 1, over here in the middle, over here, skip 1, skip 2, and there you go. So it's the exact same thing that we did over here, but then on top of here. Then we are going to use the direct walls, and those walls will be completely all the way to the top. Only on the full blocks, because on half slabs or on slabs you have this little gap, which is not really nice to look at. So on all these full blocks we are going to make pillars all the way till you meet over there. Then you end up with this, and it looks already really great. Looks really cool. Later down the line we will place glass in the inside, and first we are going to kind of like close this off so that you don't have this giant gap. And to do that we are going to make the roof on here, which is actually pretty easy. Just follow along what I'm doing. First we are going to take away these stairs over here and make a full block out of it over here as well, because otherwise you get a little gap over here. So that looks a little bit better. First of all we are going to make the roof, and we are first going to start with the dark prismarine stairs. And to make it really easy, we are just going to make an outline. So just go around on top of these slabs and full blocks and make some corners like this, and just go around till you meet over there. So there you go, that's the first one. Then we are going to the slabs instead of the stairs, and what we are going to do is we are, of course, don't place any slab or stair over here in the inside, only over here. We start over here and we're just going to make a nice line of slabs all around. And you may do this like over here we have 2, so not like this where we take away these kind of corners. Keep these corners in. So go all the way till you meet over here again. Let's see, over here. So the next layer is also made out of the slabs. This one will be a little bit different. What we are going to do is we are making the same kind of outline where we keep these corners. So we just go all the way around like this. Till you meet over there again. Like so. And then you have this little space over here that's left. So what we are going to do is over here we are going to place a slab. Then we go one up. Just one slab over here, and then we make a diagonal. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and the next one is 4, which is a bit hard to reach. There we go. Take away those. So as you can see, if I break those, you can see we made a diagonal of 4 slabs. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can imagine we are going to do the same thing over there. So 1, 2, 3, and another one, 4, like this. Then all these holes on the outside we will fill on this level of slabs, also over here, and this part will be completely filled. So we are just going to fill all these slabs like this. It's not a lot, but there we are. And now we have a nice circular and a little bit of a like ball-shaped roof. Looks really good, but of course over here we have still some gaps left, which we have to fill in. So first we are going to use the diorite walls, and the diorite walls will be over here and over here. So just two, both on the top, the highest layer over there, one over there and one over there. Then we take the bricks and we are just going to place the brick blocks where there are gaps. So nothing over here because there is nothing to cover up. So only where you have these little gaps we are going to place blocks. So like here, of course we have a gap over here, so we have to fill this in as well. Then over here, here, and then one down. These are not needed. This one is, otherwise you have a gap like that. So now from the outside it's nicely closed off, and you also have this side completely done, except for the glass then, but now almost all the sides of the house are done. Now we're going to focus on the front of the house, which is this side, with the door and the top window. So first what we are going to do is we start with the top window over here, and for that we need the polished granite block. So we are going to place a granite block on this level, so two blocks inwards. Also over here we are just making a line over here. So you get this shape. Then we are going to break these blocks out for also the polished granite all the way to the top. And we go across as well. So now you have a nice little window. The details of this window we will do later, but first let's start with the door. So for the door, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take the bricks and we place a line over here. Then one on this side and one on that side. So you get a little bit of an arch. Then what we're going to do is we place one dark oak fence. Then we do a full block of the dark oak. I used only slabs, but actually this is just a full block. Then we are going to take the dark oak slab and we place one over here and one over there. Then we go one down, or we take a space of a slab over here. So there is a room over here, just about a slab. So it's the lower part of this full block. And there we make two slabs on both sides. So you get a nice little archway, which is divided in 1, 2, 3, 4 little windows. Like this. Then we are going to take the slabs or full blocks, whichever you prefer, and we go all the way down to the ground level. Then we are going to use full blocks or slabs, doesn't really matter, and we're going to fill this in all the way to the top, one block inwards. So as you can see, it's one block inwards over here as well. So we are just going to fill this all the way in till you reach these slabs, like there. Then we break these two, and you can imagine we are going to place two doors so that you actually can enter your house instead of having a fake door. Okay, so that's the door part done, and now we need the overhang and also the details of this window. So first for the overhang, what we are going to do is we are going to these granite blocks over here, and we are going to place a slab on this level. You can make a full block out of it, actually, now I'm thinking of it. So just a full block of smooth quartz over here. Then we take out the dark oak slabs and we place one on this side of the block. And there we will start. So then we are going in a diagonal. So with slabs only, 2 over here. Then we go down and 2 over there. 2 over here and 2 over there. And there you have your little arch. Now of course you don't want to see this white block. So what I do is I use the trapdoors on both of these slabs. Then also on the side of the wall over here, 2 of them like this. So now you have a little bit of a nice, more roundish arch instead of this really straight diagonal. Then we take the smooth quartz slabs and we are going to attach 2 of the slabs on either side of this full block on the top side. So 2 over here, 2 over there, and there you go. Then we take, instead of the slab, we take the stairs, the smooth quartz stairs. We are going to skip one over here, place one, skip one on the other side as well, place one. So you get this shape. Then we take the direct walls and we connect those 2 stairs up downwards with these pillars till you hit the slabs over here. So now we have a nice grid pattern for the window that will be behind it later down the line. So that's actually the front done. Of course we still need these little details on top of here, then the fence and the actual roof itself, which we are going to do later. But first let's make this window. So what we are going to do over here is we are starting with the polished granite again. So what we are going to do is over here we start with these 2 polished granite blocks, this one and this one. And what we are going to do is we count upwards 9 of these blocks. So this is 1 on top of this white block, of course. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We are going to do this on the other side as well. So all the way till 9 over here. Then we are placing a smooth quartz stair on this side of the granite block and also on the other side, facing that way and that way, so outwards. Then we take the smooth quartz slab, place one on the top side of the stairs over here. We place one on top, then another slab, and we place one slab on top of that as well. So this is a full block. These are 2 slabs on top of each other and these are stairs. And that way you get a little bit of an arch. Then we are going to make the outline that we have on the walls, just continue that on these sides around the window itself. So what I mean with that is we are taking the smooth quartz stairs and we place one over here and over there, over there. So now this nice white line connects and just keeps going instead of having it to cut off over here. Then also for the polished granite, one over here, and you can already guess it, we are just using the bricks on top. So now it looks like it's really nicely connected. Then we are using the bricks still, and we go all the way to the other side like this. So now you have like a nice window part. This place is also where you put the glass, which we'll do later as well. Same goes for that one. We'll do later the glass in here, because we also have to do the glass over there. So that we will do later. But for now, just let's do the details. So now we have this nice big window over here. And then we have to make some pillars on either side. But first let's use the grey concrete and place 3 concretes in the ground, because It looks a little bit better if the glass is connected on concrete instead of grass. That's the whole point. Then we are going to place 2 full blocks of smoothed quartz over here and over there on both sides of the window. Then we take the direct walls and we go all the way up from that block, all the way up till you connect to the stairs up here. And there you go. The only last step that we have are three chains, and those chains will go also all the way up till you meet over here at the arch. And as you can see, because these are slabs, the chain will not connect over here. We cannot really do anything about it, so I just leave it hang like that. You don't really notice it. Maybe you notice it a little bit, but when there is glass and there is a roof, you don't really see it that much from the outside. So I just leave it like this. And that concludes this window. So now we can properly go to the actual roof. So we go to the front of the house again, and first what we're going to do is we make these 2 little like big details that are on these pillars, on these sides. So what we're going to use is the smooth quartz stair again, and instead of a slab we place a stair over here, also on the other side. Then we immediately make a corner like this. Then we go make a corner again. Then we make a corner again, so we have a little space over here. And we do that on the other side as well. So this stair will make an immediate corner, so not like this, but one over here in front of it. Make a corner immediately again. This one will just stay like this. Then we place another stair over here in a corner. So there you go. So now you have 2 little like pockets over here. And then we are going to place some stairs. We let this one corner as well. Same counts for this one corner as well. And then we connect them just all with stairs. And if you did that right, you will have this shape over here. Then we take the smooth quartz blocks and we place 1, 2 over here as well. 1, 2. And there you go. Then we need the direct walls, and we also need some slabs over here. First, let's do the direct wall. We place one on this stair over here, one on this side, and one on that side of this full block. So one on this side, and that side. Then we place 2 slabs on top of here, and then 1 slab on each wall. So 2 slabs and then 1 slab on each wall, like this. So now you have these 2 crowns that are on top of these 2 walls that are sticking out. Looks really cool. We'll do that on the other side as well, but for now we are working on this side. The next step will be over here in each corner. What we are going to do is we place a slab on this level, we skip one and we place one on that level, like that. Then we place a direct wall on top of there. We're going to do this on all corners, so one over here, one over there, and a direct wall on top of it. Do this with all the 4 corners of this building. So we're still at the front of the house, and what we're now going to do is make the fence that is going all around the house at the rooftop. So we start over here at one of these corners, and over here we start with a nice, what is it called? A polished deep slate wall. So we use polished deep slate walls over here, and that's the first thing we start with. Then we take the iron bars and we're going to alternate these 2, so one by one. First the wall, then the fence, then the wall, then the fence, then the wall, then the fence, and then the wall. So you will notice that the wall will be on top of this stair, and if it's right you should end up with a fence over here. So wall and fence, and as you can see it connects perfectly. So over here in the middle we will do 2 fences on each direct wall, and then of course a polished deep slate wall in the middle. like this. Now of course what we did over here will be on that side as well. So that looks really good. So now we are going to the other sides. And that's actually pretty easy because we always start with a deep slate wall on this direct pillar or wall on each corner. So also on this corner we start with a deep slate wall, and then we are going to alternate again. So iron bars, then the deep slate, iron bars, deep slate, iron bars, deep slate. You can get it, and that you do all the way over there, and then you should connect with this deep slate wall perfectly. And there you go. So what we did over here will be also on this side of the house. So also on the other side we'll do the exact same thing we did over there, but then over here. So that looks really great. Let's do also these two crowns, but then over on this side, so that we also can do the fence over here, and then we can go over to the roof. So the first thing we do is we take the polished granite blocks and we are going to replace these bricks blocks with granite blocks all the way over here. So one big nice line of polished granite. Then we take out the brick blocks and we place one over here on this corner and one over here on that corner. Then we are going over to the brick walls and we place two underneath the full blocks we just placed. So two on this side and two on that side. Then we place two smooth quartz stairs upside down on each of these two blocks. So one over there and one over there. Then we take out the smooth quartz block and then we place two on top of each other over here and two on top of each other over there. Then we take the smooth quartz stair and we are going to do just like on the other side, stair one over here, make a corner, and we make a corner as well. So this one will be like in a corner immediately. Then we go around and we only do this. So not in a corner like we did on the other side. Oh, if I can show it like this. Not like this, just a normal stairs like that. Same thing over here, so a normal stair, then one that goes into a corner, a normal stair, one that goes into another corner, and then one that makes an immediate corner as well. You get this shape from a distance. Then we take the smooth quartz slab and we are going to connect these two stairs with slabs in the middle like this, and then just like we did on the other side, we take the direct walls and then we place three on each side of this block. So one over here on the front and one on the other side. Also over here. And you can already guess it. Two slabs and then one slab on each of these walls. Like that. So now we have two crowns over here as well. Also then we go to the front because I forgot something. Over here we are going to break these two brick blocks and we are going to replace them with an upside down stair. I just forgot that, so place two stairs over here and that looks a little bit better. And then also to give it a little bit more detail, we place one slab over here and one slab over here in this place, in this gap. So now we have a lot of detail in the front, and actually all the detail is done except for the window. And also all the detail on this side is also done except for the window part. But now we also have to do a nice little fence around and we have to connect it, of course. So that's the next thing what we are going to do. We use the polished deep slate wall and we start with it, and then we go in an alternating fashion with iron bars. So wall, bars, wall, bars, wall. You can guess it. And then if it is right and we did everything right, we should connect with a fence over here to this wall, and we did that perfectly. Same like over there, two fences on both sides and a deep slate, a wall in the middle like that. And what we did over here is the same thing what we are going to do between these two. So basically now all the detail work of all the sides of this house are done. Don't really have to add anything, maybe some buttons just for a little bit of decoration. But all the details, all the windows are done except for the glass, as I said, in these two windows, which we will do at the end. But now all that is left to do is the actual roof. So the first thing what we are going to do, in this corner we place two slabs or a full block of dark prismarine. Full block of dark prismarine over here in this corner, in that corner and in that corner. Then we use some stairs, and what we are going to do is we are going to make a roof that is 3 stairs up. So 1 on top of these bricks, so 1, then 2, and take away this one, and then 3, like this. And we are going to make a corner, so we are going to make a corner like this, and then these stairs will be like this in a corner, and this will be in this kind of fashion. So now we have a 3-layer roof. At least I call it a 3-layer roof because we use 3 stairs, 1, 2 and 3. And this is basically what we are going to do all the way around. So just these 3 stairs, just all the way over here, make a corner, go all the way over there, make a corner, go all the way over there, make a corner, and go all the way over there. And then you should end up over here as well with these 3 stairs like that. So just do that all the way around, and then actually the majority of the roof is already done. So if you did it correctly, it will look like this. Now the next step is actually pretty easy as well. What we're going to do is we are going to use the grey concrete again, and we are just going to fill in this whole place with grey concrete. Just make the roof completely sealed. So if you have filled that in, the next step will be also pretty easy. You are going to use the stone brick slabs, and we are going to make a little border on the roof, just completely only on the grey concrete. So not over here, but on the grey concrete, and we are going to make a little border all around till you end up where you just started. So you will end up like this, a nice little border like this. Now one of the last steps what we are going to do on the roof is the actual chimneys, because this house has some chimneys. Actually I don't know if they are meant to be chimneys in real life, but these English brick houses or mansions have these kind of pillars on top. So that's what we are going to do today as well. So we are going to start on the front side of the house, on the long side, and then we are going to this corner over here. We skip 1 block and we place 2 brick blocks like this. Then we are skipping 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we place 2 more. We are going to do that on the other side as well. So skip this one, then 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then 2 again like this. Now these 2 will be too high, so put another brick on top of there on these 2. These will stay small like this. Then we take the smooth quartz slab and we place 2 smooth quartz slabs on top, on these 2, on these 2 and on these 2. And you will end up like this. Now the same thing what we just did over there is something what we are going to do over here as well. So at the other side of the house, on the long side, we are going to do the exact same thing we just did over there. We skip this one, then 1, 2, then skip 5, 2, and then the exact same pattern. Also too high on the most outer ones, and the smooth quartz slab on top of all of them. So just repeat that over here. You will end up like this, and then we are almost done with the roof. We only have to make a little glass part, and we are first starting with the stone brick stairs, because we need a few little pillars over here, little detail. So here on the shorter side of the building, so not the long side but the short side, we are going to count from this corner 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we break this one. We do that on the other side as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we break that one. Then from that gap that we have, we are going to count 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the next one we will break as well. And that is the same thing what we're going to do over here. So after this one, 1, 2, 3, and then break this one. So you will have one slab left, which is the exact middle of the building. Then we are going to take the stone brick stairs, and what we are going to do, and now you have to pay attention for this. We first going to place these two this orientation, so that way. The stair will go like that way, so not like this, but like that. For this one as well, actually facing that way, so the stair is going like this. Now we are going to do the exact same thing, but then reversed over here. So instead of just keeping them all faced that way, these two will be faced the other way, so that we have it nice and symmetrical. At the end you will have something like this, if you did it correctly. And then, as you can imagine, we are going to do this exact same thing, the exact same steps with these stairs on the other side of the building over there. So if you did it correctly, this is now copied over there. The last part for the roof is the actual glass side. You don't have to do this, but I think it's really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to the front of the house or to the back of the house. I just start over here at the front. Then we go to one of these two chimneys, the shorter ones. And here in the inside we are going to count 1, 2, 3, and then the next one will be break. Then we are going to count. This is gap 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it will look like this. We are going to do the exact same thing over on the other side as well. So over here in one of these two corners we are going to count 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth we will break. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 we will break down. And now maybe you can already guess it, but we are going to completely break all these blocks between these gaps we just made. So all of this can go away. Let's do that quickly. There you go. Then the next step is we are going to make a little line of glass over here on this level. Just a border. Like this. Then we go up by 1. And we make a little roof out of this. So we will just close it up completely. We are not going to make a border again, but just close it all the way up till you meet on the other side, like this. So the glass roof will look like this. You can also make it flat if you like, but I just like to make it a little bit like roundish, as if it's a little bit sticking out. Looks really cool. From the outside you won't really see it, but from the inside it actually gives some extra light, which is really nice. So this looks amazing. That looks really good. So now next step, we are inside, and this window is not filled in yet. So we can do that with full blocks, but we also can use the actual glass paints, and we can use the gray stained and the black stained glass paints. And what I like to do is alternate. So actually the most easiest thing to do is just completely fill it in first with one of these two. So I use the black one, and then I take out the gray stained glass and I will alternate these paints one by one. So black, and then like a checkerboard, like this, and then one over here and then over there. So now you have a grid pattern. Looks really good. And that's how you can fill in that window. You can also do it with full blocks, it doesn't really matter. Now over here we have this part over here which doesn't have glass yet. The easiest thing, at least the thing that I like to do, is I take the actual gray concrete and then block it off where the windows will be. So it's a bit dark, I know, just bear with me. So over here we have, actually maybe I can put some light in my hand. So I put up some torches so you see what I'm actually doing. So we have these gaps over here, And what we are going to do is we are going to use the gray concrete and we are going to surround that place where the windows will be. So over here we have all those gaps, and in those gaps we'll just place the glass blocks like this. So if we now, actually let's break all these torches. And if we go outside, it's nicely glassed up and it's closed off. So this is not just a weird hole. And that's actually basically the full house completed with all the glass, except for the side over here, which is the last little step for this complete build. So for this extension of the house, what we are going to do is we're going to use the smooth quartz block and we're going to make a little ridge. So from that wall to this wall we'll make a nice line of the smooth quartz block, and then we are going to fill in this whole space with smooth quartz blocks. You can also use something else, but at least try to use smooth quartz blocks on the outer line of here, so like here, because that looks better from the outside, and then you can fill in a different floor if you like over here. I will just use the smooth quartz blocks for now and just completely fill it in like so. So now we have nicely filled in place. The floor over here will be on this level, so you have a little step to go up, and you can also use some stairs or something like that. For this place we have to use the complete blocks instead of the panes. And actually this is pretty easy. What we are going to do is we are only going to place glass on the most outer ring, of course, where you actually see the glass. So only on these fill blocks, so not on these slabs over here. On the inside, on the fill blocks, we are going to place the glass. Like so. And you can already guess where it will go. It will go all the way up till you reach over here on this level, because if you place it over here there's nothing really used here. There is no window over here or some space that you can look through, so we don't need to put glass over here, only on this level over here. So just completely build this all the way up till you get over on this level. And do that with all the glass blocks that we just placed all the way up. So if you have done that correctly, it will look like this. And then the very last step for this complete house, we are going to use the smooth quartz blocks again, and we're going to make a pillar on the side of this wall all the way up till you meet on the same level where the glass just ended. And we are going to do that on the other side as well, till there. And that's about it. So you can also do like white blocks on top of here if you like. It looks a bit weird. I will just leave it like this, and what else you do with the inside of this house is completely up to you and how you want to do that. So I thought we were done with the build. We are not done yet because this window is not made yet. To make it really simple, really easy, we are going to use the full blocks again and not the paints. You can use the paints if you like, but in this case we will use the complete blocks. And again we are going to alternate them. So first of all I'm just going to fill in with the black stain blocks of glass blocks all the way up like this. Then I will take the gray stained glass and then alternate between these, so you get the checkered kind of look in this glass. Like so. And to make it even look a little better, we can use the dark oak trapdoors, and then we are going to place the trapdoors on this level, one block up. So above this line we will place a line of trapdoors. Then we will skip a block and then place one over here. Skip a block, one over here, skip a block, one over here, skip a block, and one over here. So this looks of course a little bit weird, but if you want a different color inside your house instead of these bricks, you can also make a wall over here. At least that is what I should suggest doing. Just use a different block. It doesn't really matter which color you pick. But this will be your inner walls, and as you can see, the trapdoors will nicely align with that wall that you are making. So you will not really have any problems with these trapdoors that they're sticking out or something. So because your wall will be over here anyway, so looks really good. And from the outside, if you then look from the outside, you will have a nice grid pattern. So you can't really see it, but there is a nice grid pattern over here. Inside the glass looks really good. So you can't really see it because of the shadow, but it's over there and it looks really good. So actually, we are completely done with this house, with this English styled brick mansion. I really love this design. I'm really glad we're making it. We are not done yet though. We have to make something really small, which is an addition to this house, and I just want to teach you how to do that as well. First of all, to make this house even better, use greenery. I suggest to use some like nice leaves and just place some in the corner. For example, over here, just place some leaves and let them grow all the way up or something, because from the outside that looks really nice. Just a little tip or trick you can use to use some greenery, and that makes the build look a little bit better. So the last thing I want to show you of this build is this little thing, and I forgot what the name is of this little roof thingy you can walk through or stay under. I have no idea what kind of thing, what it is called. I have no idea, not even in my own language. So anyway, we are going to make this one. It's really easy and really small, so that's the little addition to this tutorial of today. So if you're not for this thing, then well, I hope you enjoyed the video and stay a little longer because we are going to make this thing. So to make this thing, we need a little circle, which is a 4x4, or actually a 5x5. I will show you what I mean with that. So we are going to place 1, 2, 3 smooth quartz slabs next to each other. Then we make a corner, or we go diagonal by 1. Then we do 1, 2, 3. Then diagonal 1, 2, 3, diagonal 1, 2, 3, and a diagonal. So you have a nice little circle. Then on these corners over here, we will place another slab, so you will have a full block. And then also here in the middle, a full block like this. Then we are going to use the stone brick slabs, and we are going to fill this place in with stone brick slabs. Then we are going to take the diorite walls, and on all the full blocks we will place a diorite wall, and we'll make them higher with 4 blocks. So this is 1, then 2, 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and all of these have to be to that level. That will look like this. Then we are going to take the smooth quartz slab again, and we are going to place 2 on each pillar. So actually just a full block of smooth quartz on each pillar we just created, like this. And then on this one we are only going to place a slab on the top side of this block. So on both sides, actually just the same thing over here, but then like flipped on here. So 1, 2 over here, then a slab on these 2, on this block on both sides a slab, and then you will have only on here as well, and there you go. So it's actually the exact same thing over here, but then flipped on there. Next step is we take the smooth quartz stair, and on each of these middle ones, so on the line of 3 in the middle, we'll place a stair. So 1 over here, on this side, on that side, and on this side. Then we take the smooth quartz slab, and we will place 1 on the top side of this stair. So on the inside, of course, of this ring, we'll place a slab on there, and then another slab on top, like this. Then we will make a diagonal from this slab to this slab with also a slab, and we're not going to place anything under here, so just a slab. This is basically a full block, but as you can see, it's just 2 slabs on top of each other, and over here they will be connected like this. To do that over here as well, on each corner, like that, and then one over here. There you go. Now the next step is actually we are going to use the white stained glass blocks, and we are going to fill in these gaps we left. So one block will be over here and the other one will be over here. In that way we close that little gap we just created. Do this on all these sides, and as I said, it's the white stained glass block. So not the gray one, but the white. Then here we will place a nice glass block as well on each corner like this. And then you will have a hole in the middle, and that we will fill in with a smooth quartz slab. Just like this, so not on top of here, only there. And that's basically it. It's really simple. It's a small little detail, small little extra little house or place to put in your garden. If you make a garden for this house, looks really good and it fits really well with this style. So it's really easy to make, and it's just a really nice place to walk under and yeah, I don't know, to drink tea, I guess. So yeah. And on that note, we actually came to the end of the tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's maybe a little long video, I know, but I really enjoyed making this. So it's a really beautiful house, and I'm really in love with the design and what I came up with. So yeah, really thank you for all your support and nice comments. So let me know what you think of this building. I worked really hard on it, and I'm really glad to bring it out there for you guys to create yourself. So if you make this house, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram. Links is in the description. And you can actually give me a nice picture of you making this build if you do that. So you can contact me over there. And well, thank you for watching. And again, thank you for all the support. So just want to clarify, I'm really glad that the channel is doing great. We are growing really fast, and I'm really happy about that. I'm still looking out for the goal of 1,000 subscribers. So if you can help out and you want to support me and my buildings, then please consider to subscribe. I know everybody is asking that in their own videos. It's pretty important because you're helping the creators you like and love. So thank you so much, and I will not bore you anymore. So that's the end of the video. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.